Good morning, 5 a.m. Happy Thursday. Pre-Friday, Friday Junior, Friday Eve. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So this morning is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday, which is the 4th of July, which means we're only doing one class tomorrow. We're 9:30 only. It's going to be a big team workout. So if you show up at 5 in the morning, you're going to do a parking lot workout because I'm not going to be here. Yeah. You guys are nuts, just so you all know. You're all nuts. To do all of this for some points. I don't know how y'all are going to stay fit when this thing ends. So I'm just going to extend it 3 more weeks. I'm just kidding. I'm not excited. I can't survive that either. I'm not gonna. But I am working on what's going to come next. I'm going to give us a couple weeks off, and then we're going to try something. I want to do a partner variation of this. I don't have any idea on prizes or anything like that, but allowing you to pick your own partner and try and score points. I don't even know if I could manage that, because on my end, the things you guys don't see is we're tallying points, and this is double the intensity of my normal life. And if you don't notice, my kids are psycho. So they're at home thinking about it. They're talking about it nonstop. I've got a 14-year-old who's here as much as I am. But it's been great, right? The effort's been awesome. The energy's been awesome. So we're going to try a 2-person variation of this, which I'll give you details on in the next couple weeks. But this is coming up on the end of week 4. So I want to make sure you guys understand that tomorrow's only one class, and then Saturday is normal. So we're going to open at 9. We'll close at 11. We'll do a team workout at 10. If you need to do Tuesday's workout or redo Tuesday's workout, you can do that between 9 and 10 o'clock. Any questions on any of that stuff? Points have been updated. Gray team is cheating. That's why they're winning. No, but that's what we would all like to think. They would all like this. This is why they're winning, is these 4 psychos right here. 3, 4, 5 classes a day. Anyway, let me get into it. So today we've got 3 minutes of cardio. We've got 20 seconds of pretzel, 1 leg tucked under, 1 leg over the top. Hug that knee, hold 20 seconds, go the other side. Then you're going to go into an overhead tricep stretch. So pull that arm behind your head, grab your elbow, pull it across, hold for 20. Hang from the rig for 20 seconds, hands shoulder width or slightly wider. Then you're going to do a calf stretch, which you can just put your foot up against a rig pole or a box, and you're going to drive your hip towards that pole or box, and that's going to help you stretch high calf. If you back up and drive your knee towards it, you get lower. You do whichever one feels tighter, whichever one you feel like you need, lower calf, upper calf. Then we're going to do elbow floss. You're going to take a barbell. You can just use an empty bar, put it on your back, and you're going to drive your elbow up. You can go back and forth until you've worked out both sides. This is going to help you with front rack, shoulder mobility, elbow, wrist mobility, which is going to help you when we get into bench press and thrusters. Bench press is our Thursday EMOM for the month. Format's pretty simple, similar to what we've been doing. You're going to have 1 minute and 15 seconds to do 4 reps, and we're going to do 9 rounds of that. So just set your bench up like normal, pick it up off the rack, bring it down, touch your chest, lock your elbows out. You got 4 reps in a row, unbroken, right? So don't do 2, set it down and rest, and then pick it up and do 2 more. This is 4 reps in a row. Work your way up in weight if you want to. Stay the same weight. That's completely up to you, but you're going to work up to a heavy 4 rep. and then you put your highest or heaviest weight as your score for that. And then next week we'll go down to 3 reps, and we'll continue to push that weight until we end up at singles. And then the reason you guys all got up so early, because you just love thrusters so much, we are going to do a 10-minute AMRAP. We've got 5 reps of thrusters. The thruster is a full squat. I'm just going to let this loop in the background so you guys can see that this is a full squat with a press. So you're going to come out of that squat, and you're going to use the top portion of the squat to generate force and speed. And at the very top, you come up and you explode those hips and use that explosion to continue into a press. So we've got 5 reps of thrusters. Actually, I still need this. And then you have 5 up downs. An up down, you get down to this half push-up, top of push-up position. You can come up, and then if you're doing RX or comp, you have to jump over. If you're doing the burn, you can step over. You can hop your feet back, can step your feet back, any way you want to get down to the position. That's up to y'all in all divisions. But getting over the bar has to be a jump if it's RX or comp. It does not have to be a step, but it can be a step if you're doing burn. And weights are listed, 95, 65, 65, 45. And if you would like to do comp, 155, 115. So just to be clear, like we've talked about on some of these other point days, you have to be able to go full standard to be able to get the points. So you can't do a half squat and then count it as comp. You have to be able to go full standard range of motion in order to get those points. If you don't go full standard, then we're just going to lower you down to the lower level of points. And if you're way off, then we're just going to lower you to the bottom one. And we're not going to bother telling everybody either. It takes too much time to run everybody down and go, hey, you skipped reps yesterday. Hey, you didn't squat all the way. Hey, you didn't. If you didn't, we're just going to lower those points. So make sure you do your work all the way. Full squat, full extension, up, down, step over or jump over, depending on your division. 10 minutes, try and get as many rounds and reps as possible. Any questions on that? Yes. Yep. Both feet have to be off the ground at the same time when you're jumping over the bar. So you can't do like a, yep, none of that. All right, let's warm up. We got 4 minutes of cardio. We'll see if we can get loose. 3 minutes of cardio. You guys will figure it out. And that's why we write it down.